My hope is that you will not simply dismiss this video because the title implies a very simplistic premise. Because sometimes the simplest of premises and ideas are the most profound for us. And in this case, I think that this is really profound. And if we can keep it in our mind and actually have a visual attached to it, that helps even more, because anytime we can visualize and even make an affirmation along with it, we get results in a much faster and deeper way. What do I mean by hit the pause button? It is like pause on any video that you are watching. Think about that. If you just hit the pause button, you are going to come back to it exactly where it is. That's the idea. Many times what happens is we get very emotionally involved with a seemingly insignificant thing. But because we are not hearing back from the guy, he is not connecting with us in any meaningful way to solve the issue at hand, we get panicky, another P word, or even just anxious, and we want it to get settled. And what I find is super helpful is to actually have the visualization of hitting the pause button. And what I mean by visualization, not just hitting a pause button, but actually taking a visual snapshot in your mind, or even a real picture of the last time you were together, or something of the sort. Meaning when things were just normal and natural and good and again, just normal, and you take that snapshot in your mind. It might be the two of you enjoying a kiss. It could be any snapshot whereby you are comfortable and happy. And hopefully it's in the very recent past. And what you do is you hit the pause button with that as the image. Meaning that your relationship is staying there while you just take some time. And the time is the time that he needs. Because you see, emotionally you are ready to deal with anything at hand. If you want more on this, go to my pause and effect video. I talk about not this premise of hitting pause, but more about the effect that pausing has on our relationship. And I didn't even talk about this premise of hitting the pause button. This is just another added on top that you can do, either really just, for yourself, meaning I'm not contacting him. Oh, we're in the pause. And it's just a quick pause. There's nothing negative attached to the pause button. No negative connotation whatsoever. You're simply just hitting that with that image in your mind of things being good and happy. Maybe it's his smiling face looking at you. Whatever that image is that's going to keep you in a positive mind frame for the pause that you are going to take. Mentally, physically, maybe distancing for whatever. It's not a break. It's not a breakup. It's simply a pause. And then when you give him time, and I say this rule, here's a tip for you. Tip. Think of whatever time that would be normal and natural for you to be able to emotionally deal with something, or to talk about it, or to approach the subject, or whatever, and times it by a minimum of 3. This is very profound as well. If you do nothing but that and understand that you're hitting the pause button for as long as he needs to feel comfortable again. Now you're going to say, well, then we're just sweeping things under the rug. No, not necessarily. Depending upon what it is, then after this pause, when there's been time out and a breather and you've gone about doing different things while things are on pause, then when you come back to it, you have a different framework, a different frame of mind. So does he. So it gives you and your relationship a chance that maybe you wouldn't have had if you didn't hit the pause button. So think about that regarding anything that's going on in your relationship. Take that mental pause, hit the pause button, have that image in your mind, get it ready for when you are going to need the pause button. Because if your relationship goes any amount of time, there's a time where you're going to need to hit it. And here's another tip for you. He's hitting it a lot. He's not thinking about it. He is doing it maybe subconsciously. He's not doing it overtly. He's doing it covertly, subvertly, in many ways. And it can make you get really crazy. So if you feel that the pause button was pushed on his end, hey, you got to feel that, know it, and you pause it yourself and say, you know what? I'm in control here. I'm going to hit my own pause button. And that means I am not hitting play. I'm not hitting that again until he hits it first. And then we tend to win. I do so much more on this and the work of this with women in my programs. And if you want more at any time, go to coachpaulagrooms.com/programs. We can work together on dating, on your relationship and moving it towards full and ultimate commitment, or getting him back. Really, the objectivity and the real work that we can do together will bring you the results that you desire for your Mr. Right. And that's what I want for you, that divine right relationship. That's what we're all about. And until next time, please hit that subscribe button and also the alert bell. And we'll be talking again soon. Until then, don't forget, make him wonder. Until then, don't forget, hit that pause button when it is necessary for either you or him and your relationship. I trust you got a lot of helpful and useful information in today's video. Come back to it anytime you need a reminder. Don't forget, it's about the repetition that really gets this into your heart and mind so you keep up with the great results you can get from doing what works with men. Go to coachpaulagrooms.com if you have any more questions, you want to check out my programs, my podcast, my book. Perhaps this is your year for working with someone to get the Mr. Right results that you desire and deserve.